Consider a list of proposals. They include developing policies that prioritize placing children of color who end up in the system back with family members.
What they say they're doing when they take kids from their parents.
And all of us to come together to work with state legislators to amend AB 403 and carve out a special section in the legislation for San Pasquale Academy's future.
San Pasquale has been there for the young people who may not have been taken in by a foster family.
You're telling me now, with all of the complaints and the police chief and all of this involvement from law enforcement, and the DA even took a case and charged someone who was a former employee for having inappropriate relations with a child?
Formed around child welfare, specifically closing the disparity and the disproportionate gap of African American children within our foster care system nationally.
Reverend Shane, good to see you. Thanks for being on.
Good to be here. It's always good to be on KUSI. You know, many times you have children that get in child welfare, and it's kind of whoever can take the child in. Foster care was originally intended to be a sort of connecting point.
Only about 5.5% of San Diegans identify as Black or African American, yet 20% of children in the foster system are Black.
Hi, I'm Shane Harris, the National President and founder of the People's Association of Justice Advocates. It's May, people, National Foster Care Month. The month we wear blue, but ultimately the month we acknowledge all of the people who help the many foster youth and children within our foster care system. There's thousands of them, but most importantly, we acknowledge the very youth and children who are in the system. This is an issue I know all too well. I spent 13 years in San Diego's foster care system. I went through 8 different placements and lost both of my parents. I experienced the very injustice that so many foster children and youth are facing across America in today's child welfare system. The original goal of child welfare, or rather foster care, was that it would be a temporary place for a child to go while a family rehabilitates. The goal of foster care was never to capitalize on dollars of every child that it brings in, but rather to rebuild families one by one. Go to www.pajmovement.org/National Foster Care Month and pledge your support, pledge your commitment to help us address the inequities within the foster care system. Wear your blue ribbon. This month right here, this ribbon right here, call out the inequities within the foster care system and bring awareness so that the children, the many, many, many who come behind me, know that they have an advocate and a voice by their side. Together we can do this.